Hello everyone, this is Karen and this is going to be August vlog, or rather August storytelling. I have tried so many times to find a good lighting setup for this, but since none of it worked, I decided to go for experiment. So, now August was a month of great changes for me because I finished my internship and I'm now looking for public contests to find a new working place. So I'm kind of in between jobs and trying to, well, not find myself, but I have been thinking about what I want to do with my life a lot. And liking art, having drawn my entire life, being a full-time artist was always something that I thought about, that I really wish I could do, but if you have read the title, of course you know that I am never going to be a full-time artist, and I'm going to tell you the reason why, which is what the storytelling is about. But basically, long story short, if you don't want to watch the entire video, I have financial anxiety, and being a full-time artist would not be the right choice for me because I would live in panic all the time. But let's begin with the story time. I wish there was a way to dim the light, but anyway. Okay, so I have recently been on a vacation to London, and it wasn't the first time, but I really did want to bring my parents to London because I really like the city and its people and everything, so I wanted to share it with them. Now, if you're Italian, let's make a short premise. If you're Italian and you go to London, and you're a woman, there is no way in hell you are not getting one of those plastic bags from Harrods. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. If you're a woman, you go to London, you need to buy that. It's like an axiom. It's like rules of the world. Water is wet, and a woman in London gets that bag. Okay. So, what is exactly the problem? So, well, my parents growing up didn't have a lot. My father was very poor, and poor in the sense that he had a spoon on his bedside, so when winter would come, he would have something to break the ice with if he wanted to drink something. We're talking about that level of poor. My mother was not that poor, but she was slightly richer, but not by much. So of course, when they made a family, they had children, they wanted to give me and my brother everything, so they started to save a lot and cutting on everything that was superficial. So not going out to eat. Of course, we had vacations, but they were very money conscious vacations and everything like that. So me and my brother never grew up needing anything, because I needed a book for school, I would get it. I needed some new clothes, I would get them. It was not a matter of needing, but only a matter of wanting. So it was not a problem when I was younger, but when I started to go to high school, all of my friends were like, oh yes, I really wanted that, so I got it. And I never had a side job or a smaller job because my parents wanted me to focus on school. So any money that I had, I would have to ask them. And of course, them being so frugal with their own selves, I felt bad in asking for money for anything. Then of course university came and they just paid for everything, so I felt not bad, but I really tried not to ask for anything. And university is kind of the period when I started doing commissions on Deviantart, so I started saving a little bit of money, and that was it. Then 2012 came, and I managed to get into my internship, so I started getting paid month by month. only there was this 2 days course in London about emergency techniques that I really wanted to go to. So I decided to go, so pay for plane, pay for the hotel, pay for the course, pay for everything. And I did not have that much money saved because yeah, most of the money went for the flat deposit and for other expenses, so it was kind of a stretch to go, but I still managed to save up and go there. So I took my things, I went there, and I only went with £200 to my name for 5 days for like everything, transport, food, tickets, anything. And before going, I was asked to bring back, not by, well, by something I knew, I was asked to bring back 2 bags, 2 Harrods bags, because this person never went to London and they really wanted it, and they wanted the second one as a gift. Okay, I had no idea how much they costed, so I said, alright, how much would they even cost? They cost, well, they don't cost that much, but if you have a budget of £200 for 5 days and these bags cost £30 each, you are going to be a lot of money short. So I went there, I bought them, and I was kind of not upset that I was not able to get it, but I would have really liked one, and I would have liked to give to my mother one, only I literally had no money left. And so I did purchase some small gift for my family, but of course the bigger part of the money went like for transportation and food, because I kind of needed to live. I had to pay for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every time, and we always went out, so it was kind of hard to make like everything click together. Then we came back home, I gave this person the bags, and I distributed my little gifts to my family. Now, of course, everyone was happy, they thanked me and everything, but a couple of like months down the line, my mother would say like, oh yes, this colleague of mine came to work with this bag, from Harrods, and I would have really liked one. And I think, well, not I died, but I felt so bad, because I did think about it, but I simply did not have the money to buy it, and I felt bad. I wanted to eat, like I focused my funds on eating instead of getting her a gift, because she loves me, I love her, and she deserved it. But yeah, so that's basically it. I do get a lot of anxiety about this situation. This situation has tormented me for years, and I'm always upset about the fact that I will not be able to have enough money for, not really for myself, I can get by, but for my parents and my family. If they do need help, I'm not able to give it to them in terms of money, of course. And so being a full-time artist, being self-employed, is wonderful because you're doing something you love, and it's what you dream about. So I do not fault anyone for choosing to follow the self-employment artist world. It's really, I do envy them, because they have the courage to do it, while I don't, because I get so scared of not having enough financial freedom, of not having enough money to live and to help others if they need it, that for me being a full-time artist would simply not be an option, because I would get scared of like not being able to make it. So what do? how can I make meats, and this is a level of anxiety I don't want to deal with. I honestly don't want to deal with. So if you're a full-time artist, or you want to be a full-time artist, I do envy you. I wish I could be you, but I cannot. I prefer to have peace of mind over doing what I love most of all. And it may be a choice some of you do not share or do not agree with, but it's the only way I can comfortably live and like not have a panic attack every night. And among the things that give me anxiety, at least this I can control, because back when I was younger I did choose a career that gave me a certain level of financial security later in life if I were to do that job. So I have made my choice, and I am happy with it because it makes my living so much easier. It lets me breathe. But anyway, so the dark part is over. Now it's 2018, so it's 6 years later, and it's not like I have money coming out of my butt. But I did save up, and I did get that awful bag. Well, it's not awful, I really like it. But I got one, and my mother got one, and I'm really happy she finally got her Harrods bag. Even if it was 6 years late, I don't care. She got one. I was able to bring her to London and make her experience the city that I really love, and get something like to remember it by. So I really hope something shows up on camera, because I have been checking the flip screen and it looks fine, but that's always a chance. Yeah, this is the new camera. Let's hope it works. I don't know, I have been recording with it, but I've yet to check any footage. I have been working on some new videos that will be posted later on this month in September. So, this is finally over. I can finally stop being like a ghost. But I think this is going to be a good setup for any future vlogs, because I really like this lighting. I honestly like this lighting. Okay, but seriously, thank you so much for being with me, for liking my videos, for commenting, for everything. I really appreciate you paying attention to me, because this is basically what a person watching a vlog is, you paying attention to me. So I feel very appreciated and paid attention to. Anyway, that's basically it. So I hope this video was likable, that you will like everything that comes after it, and thank you for being with me as always. Bye bye. I am your worst nightmare. I'm half a ferret. Ooh. My hair looks good with this lighting. What's wrong with them? It looks like I have a moustache. Hair without glasses. No. No, proprio no. I record at night. To watch Cells at Work, because that anime is wonderful. And